This is a special report coming to you from the Skills and Technology Newsroom, high atop the towering metropolis of New York City. The following information has... Oh my God, I can't really do this for real. Anyway, here you go, Lou. Take it away.
One of the greatest things I love are our conversations and how esoteric they can be and often are. I want to talk to you about your love for words, terms, phrases, etymology, where things come from. And the word upstage came up in a conversation, and you launched really into a whole great story about the word upstage and where it came from. Joe, my friend, please share.
Yeah, yeah, I have a strange quirk about that. I just love where things came from because 90% of the time, where they've landed in modern day isn't
Right.
where they were back then.
Yep.
So yeah, upstaging. Upstage, as we know it now, is more somebody's taking away the glamour from you. I mean, you can do
Right.
this at a party. You're at a party talking, and then some clown walks in and upstages what you're about to say. So
Yeah, sure.
that it's just now being used that, but it's a theater word. It comes from there's two versions of how this happened. So
Okay.
originally, not originally, going back in history when theaters were being built, if you go all the way back to Greek amphitheaters, the
Yep.
audience was pitched. The audience had that rise.
Right.
It's called a rake. So but the audience was in that. Then somebody got clever along the years, and they said flatten the audience out, and let's rise. Put a rake in the stage. So
This is no, I'm sorry to interrupt, but this is no doubt a New York real estate developer.
yeah,
Sorry,
I
guys.
would have. Yes. So it's actually, I think most of this comes from when theater busted up or broke out in London,
In London, yeah,
because
sure.
that's kind of the origin of the theater as we know it. So
Yep.
what they did is they put the rake in the stage from the front of the stage, being the closest to the audience, and
Right.
then as you go backwards, if you go back into the stage, that's where the rise was. So
So the person would be looking taller than the other person if they went back in the stage, up the rake, up
the
the ramp,
yeah, yes, but the depth of field
right?
doesn't make it taller. It
Ah.
evens it out because the person that's in front or closest to
Oh,
you
right.
has a
Right.
height. The person in the back who's distanced is gets smaller.
Gotcha.
But so so the depth of field works for you. And then the reasoning behind that was to give the performers that were further back a
Right.
give them more visible and their sound to carry basically over the people in the front. So it was to upstage would be literally to walk to the back of the stage. So that became upstage as opposed to downstage, which is in the front,
Right.
closest to the
Right.
audience. So you were upstage there. What then became a pattern, or I don't even know what the word would be. What ended up happening was people in people who were upstage would force the people in the downstage in the front
Right.
to have to
Right.
turn around to talk to them, causing them to now put their back to the audience.
Right.
That became that started evolving the upstage because you're showing me up, because you're forcing me to turn my back to the audience. And
This
that
is
then
awesome.
pushed all the attention back to upstage. So there's a lot of talk about how all this works and when it worked and how it worked and
Right.
all that. So
Right.
that's just a general, it's factual, but I don't know the exact when, where, how is all this turned. But that became upstage, downstage, and these are this directions on stage
Yeah.
is probably one of the hardest things all of us have to learn because there's
Oh, yeah.
stage right as opposed to camera left. There's
Yep.
it's where your point of view, your POV is as to what the relationship you are on on the stage itself, which does go all the way to concerts and anything else. That there's risers that they put on a flat stage now to lift somebody up, walking down to the front. They're all the same game.
And this is an extended conversation we should probably have on one of our full-length podcasts, ferocity.com. Joe, thank you. In terms of upstaging, next week I'm going to ask you to explain stealing someone's thunder. I'll see you later, buddy.
All right, take care. All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to today's show. We've got some really exciting online courses coming up on ferocity.com. See for yourself the exclusive details at ferocity.com and make sure you get on board for early notification of class openings, enrollment opportunities, and founding member benefits. Details at ferocity.com.